Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Online Karting League. This is the World Final Day 2. We are continuing with our heats from last night. Heat number 3 is about to get going. The guys are just getting their final minutes worth of preparations. This is Group A versus C. We've got 13 carts on track. Alphonse Kiwi, Kai Newman, Riyad Yusfi, Ben Lee, Paul Benedicts, Lucas Frieden, Lucas Bonhomme, Braith Murdoch, Leo Larsen, Valentin Saliti, Sebastian Venkov, Sebastian Gornel-Eels, and Niels Lagerstrom. Wow, this is going to be epic. We had a really good racing last night. Only minimal reviews really after yesterday's racing. It was a Kart Republic fest. But wow, we had some really fun racing, and hopefully no delays tonight because all the servers are pre-configured. The drivers are ready to get going. No more qualifying, no more delays. We're just waiting on the race director to get going. Alright, and I've got the 3-minute warning before we get to that part. Just a huge shout out to our sponsors, Move Racing Simulators. These guys have gotten on board, and as you saw on the announcement today, they are sponsoring one of their awesome rims for the simulator, valued at 20,000 Rand or just over $1,000. Super cool. The champion will get that from the senior division and shipped to them from this side of the world. We're just gonna get the wheel they'll be using, or the base they've got, and these guys are gonna make a hub for them and ship that wheel to them. That's super cool. And then Sima Racing from Namibia getting on board as always. Thank you to these guys. Super shout out to them. And then AK Designs, that's Alphonse Kiwi Designs, who's done all the liveries and stuff like that. So yeah, super thank you to all these guys that got on board. And then also again, as last year, Against Odds Esports, the guys running the show behind the scenes, sponsoring the boys once more. That will be the champion will get a year membership, second place will get 3 months, and then 6 months, and then third will be 3 months. But that's enough for the sponsors. They've got their airtime. Let's get onto the main show, and that is the drivers. We're on board with Ben Lee at the moment, just making sure all the sound's coming through okay. Everything sounds fine. Just double checking before we get going. If there's any problems, let's make sure we get them ironed out before we get going. Leo Larsen. Oh, Leo's got a nice looking car today. What is he running? That's the new Ward, right? Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Somebody else running OTK for once. I think Leo did Kart Republic yesterday. Lucas Frieden with the Switchback Esports. So there'll be no qualifying. It's just practice now, and then they're going to get going. There we go. They flipped them over to the race, and it's time to get going. Oh, I'm so excited about this. 9 laps. It will show 10 because there's obviously a formation lap, and then 9 official race laps, assuming everybody behaves and we get going with some epic racing. So wait for the guys to get onto the track. There we go. Sebastian Gornel-Eels, very keen. Hopefully they'll load their setups and don't forget that. Riyad Yusfi, Lucas Bonhomme, he's got the Ward there. Oh, the white livery on the Ward. That actually doesn't look too bad. It's the first time I see it, which is hilarious because I'm the one releasing all the stuff. Valentin Saliti with the dark Kart Republic. Really good looking kart that. Actually quite like all the karts of the 2025 season. Must admit in the beginning I wasn't the biggest fan of the Batman OTK. But it has grown on me with the liveries that we've seen on them. Yeah, it looks really good actually. No one running the KG body kits, seems like it. Nope, just Kart Republics and OTKs on the track. So what will happen now when the lights go out? The guys will just reshuffle the grid because the grid editing doesn't work. So they'll just reshuffle, do their formation, and we get going. So it should be a P1. Oh, I can give you guys the starting grid. That's the one thing I do have with me, actually. So the starting grid will be in order. Alphonse Kiwi, P1. Ben Lee will be next to him. James Kell in 3rd place. Kai Newman, who after penalties won one of the heats yesterday, will be in 4th. Lucas Bonhomme in 5th. Braith Murdoch in 6th. 7th and 8th will be Riyad Yusfi and Valentin Saliti. We'll have Lucas Vreden and Paul Benedicts behind him. Owen Palmquist will be next to Leo Larsen. Sebastian Venkov with Niels Lagerström. And then none of the other guys, I believe, is on track. Well, I believe Sebastian Grondel-Eels is there as well, but the rest of the guys are all not participating tonight. That's unfortunate. Alright, here we see the carts lining up to get going. Alphonse Kiwi, the newly signed War Motorsports driver. He has literally done everything so far. P1 won the first heat. Is he going to be able to do a clean sweep of the heats? This is the second heat for him, and then he's got one more to go. Or will we see the likes of Bentley, who had a real good showing yesterday, as well as Kai Newman, even though he said his pace wasn't there, he still won a heat. So is Kai Newman going to be the one that's going to take something away from Alphonse Kiwi? It all depends on the start, though. Oh, having said that, Alphonse did not have the greatest of starts, as it seemed like a little bit of a jump start on the outside line yesterday. Alphonse lost 2-3 positions down the straight. However, he came back into the lead and just ran away with it after that. In the other heat, Ben Lee, Kai Newman, and I believe it was Oscar Poulsberg, were having a tight battle all the way through from pretty much the start or the second half of the race. What is Riyad doing? Riyad's in the wrong grid slot, causing an issue there. Alright, we're going to get going. Waiting on 2 carts to just fall back into the pack, and then we can get going with our first heat of tonight. 4 of them on offer. Let's see. Alphonse Kiwi is going to start the boys. Alphonse and Bentley, they should go into single file, just heat up their tires. Get those, you don't want to be weaving next to somebody. We know that netcode is a big problem, so Bentley, just stay where you are, get the heat in those tires, and then you can get ready to rock this track tonight. Silverstone in the UK, what an awesome facility. I'm so excited for this. Alphonse Kiwi, Kai Newman, Ben Lee, Lucas Bonhomme, that's the top 4. Who's going to take the whole shot into turn 1? Alphonse is already lifting his hand, asking everybody to line up next to him, getting that double file going. No more heating up, no more weaving. Now it is just getting into your groove. Whatever heat you did not get into the tires, it will have to come back to you during the start of this race. Because now it is time for us to line up as we head into the tram lines. All the drivers seem to be in the good spot. Everybody's semi-behaving. Yes, it's looking great. Are we going to have a clean start? Alphonse Kiwi's got the lead. Bentley right next to him. And it's lights out. Oh, Bentley's got a good start. Alphonse Kiwi's lost the position right off the go. Oh, Kai Newman gives him a bit of a love tap from behind, and he pushes him back into P1. Kai Newman down the inside of Bentley. Bentley's lost the position there to Newman. Oh, we've got Cottage at the back there. We see 2 carts going sideways. They all seem to be facing the right direction, though. Wow, great kart control from all the drivers. Alphonse Kiwi, Kai Newman, Ben Lee, Braith Murdoch, Lucas Bonhomme, Valentin Saliti. That is our top 6. And everybody is looking like they're facing in the right slots. Yeah, the only driver that's lost out in the top 6 here is Ben Lee. He's lost 1 position. Kai Newman didn't get the greatest of starts, but all of a sudden he had a lot of speed, and he pushed Alphonse Kiwi past Ben Lee into the first corner. Ben Lee's going to want to have to say something about that position loss. Will he be able to come back at Kai Newman? Kai Newman all over the back of... No, not actually. Alphonse Kiwi's got a good exit in the last couple corners. But look who's coming all over the back of that rear bumper. That is Lucas Bonhomme. Look at Ben Lee's pace down the straight. Wow, that's a lot of top end from Ben Lee. Kai Newman, no pace on the straight. Lucas Bonhomme sending it down the inside. He doesn't want to go for a 2-for-1. Nope. Lucas Bonhomme, that's a really good pass there by Bonhomme. Bentley's lost 2 positions. Oh, Kai Newman ran wide. That's going to put some dirt on those tires. Will he be able to hold on to that position? He's receiving all kinds of pressure at the moment. Newman's going to go on the defensive, but Bonhome's going to send it down the inside. Wow, he's made his intent known. But look at that. Two dogs fighting over a bone, and the third one picks it up and walks away. Ben Lee, and then unfortunately, it seemed with all that exchanges between the carts, Lucas Bonhomme has unfortunately lost the cart and gone off the track there, but he's back on though. Lost a couple positions, quite a lot of positions though. Kai Newman sending it down the inside onto the last corner. You don't want to be doing too much of that because you have a horrible exit. Look at Valentin Saliti, he's getting keen. Look at Ben Lee's top end. He's got so much pace down the straight. He just needs to keep that cart facing forward in the corners and he should be good. Valentin Saliti, yes, Riyad Yusri, he's got much more pace than yesterday. Braith Murdoch also getting involved. We've got a four-way battle for the last two podium positions. Ben Lee is not into his groove as of yet. Riyad Yusri is now all over the back of Ben Lee. Braith Murdoch just sitting there behind. So it's Koch Republic, OTK. Now it's Koch Republic, OTK, Koch Republic, OTK, and a Koch Republic behind him. It's a proper battle between the two manufacturers here. But Ben Lee is trying his best. Down the inside goes Kai Newman. Valentin Saliti is going to lose two positions. Nope, Ben Lee is going to stay on the outside, which is obviously going to cost him a position once again. But look at this. We're going to go three wide into the last corner. Nope. Here comes Riyad Yusri. Ben Lee is on the wrong side of the track every single time. He doesn't want to be on the outside. Now we go. Yusri is being pushed from Ben Lee from behind. They're going to try and bump draft him down the straight to get past Kai Newman. Kai Newman's lost three positions. It's an absolute chaotic start to the race. My word, we've gone through half of it. And we've got three wide into the second corner. Oh no. Lucas Bonhomme is back in action. He's come back at all these drivers. Kai Newman has lost out the most now. He's gone quite far back. Valentin Saliti, Riyad Yusri has found his pace. Ben Lee is getting involved once again. Ben Lee is always fighting, but he's not moving forward. He's always getting involved in an exchange and then losing a position on the back of that. Yusri going under the fence. Ben Lee is now going to go through the twisties, the second part. He's got a good pace, but Lucas Bonhomme's back and he gets involved once again. Lucas Bonhomme, clean pass. He does not wait around, and he has gone past Ben Lee immediately. Lucas Bonhomme has got a serious turn of pace tonight. One driver we haven't spoke of is Alphonse Kiwi. 6 seconds is the lead. Alphonse Kiwi, you give that man the pinky and he grabs the whole arm and he runs away with it. He just saw the opportunity, got back into P1 on the start and ran away with this race so far. 6 laps done and dusted. Down the inside goes Lucas Bonhomme. Riyad Yusri losing a position. Lucas Bonhomme has got a serious turn of pace tonight. Right behind him, a battle is back on. Ben Lee, Kai Newman. They keep fighting with each other on track, but they keep moving backwards on positions. Such epic racing tonight. Only 13 carts in this heat, but it is epic nonetheless. And I can't wait for the finals tomorrow to see that grid jam-packed with everybody. So excited for that. Lucas Bonhomme, a great turn of pace. But Valentin Saliti, ooh, look at all the time penalties. If we just look at where Bonhomme is actually currently in P2, just because of all the time penalties of all the drivers around him. Driver in charge of this race so far. The gap is so big, it's crazy. Well, I see a 3.95 in the form of Niels Lagerström off the track there. Alphonse Kiwi is having it all go his way at the moment. Just really showing his form, that 201 kart. The only driver that's allowed a kart number lower than 100, which would be the defending champion. Well, not so much defending champion, the champion of the 2024 season or world final. That is Alex O'Grady, who has chosen not to race this year. Lucas Bonhomme goes down the inside and he's back up into P2 on track. Valentin Saliti is going to try and come back at him. Will he be able to? No, the pace of this Bonhomme kart is next level. It is amazing. He's got that setup dialed in. And he has got so much pace. Yeah, as I was saying, Alex O'Grady choosing not to participate this year. It might be because of traveling reasons, I don't know. But it's sad to not see him defend his title. Braith Murdoch and Leo Larson fighting on track. And then we see another Bentley. Kai Newman's still having a good go at it, but right in front of them, there's a good exchange happening here. Riyad Yusfi's also got a really good turn of pace today. Compared to yesterday, that kart of him seems to be on rails. He seems to be facing forward all the time so far. Lap 9 of 10. This is the start of our, I think the start of the final lap. Let's just have, no, 2 more laps to go. Valentin Saliti is coming back at Lucas Bonhomme. Bonhomme had all the pace. He caught up to all of these guys so quickly, got in front of him, and now he can't break away. All I can say is this is absolute epic racing. Clean, hard and fair so far. And touch wood, we remained at... Oh, Valentin Saliti hard on the brakes, and he lost the kart there for just a moment. He caught it again, but that has now opened a door for Riyad Yusfi to get involved with this one. Bonhomme now got a bit of a gap there. I see also there's a bit of a gap between Kai Newman and Ben Lee. Ben Lee is not going to want to give away so much track position, really. He's given away quite a lot tonight. Let's go through further down. Leo Larson, Braith Murdoch taking the white flag. Lucas Vreden is having a lonely race there down in P8. Excuse me. Sebastian Venkov currently, well, he's showing in P12. He's probably got a bunch of time penalties. No, he's ahead. He's in 10th at the moment. Okay. Niels Lagerström, Paul Benedicts, Sebastian Gronelius right at the back there. So some of the guys not finding all the pace they want on track. Ooh, Benedicts, I see, also lost a couple positions again. So he's had a bit of a moment somewhere going into the final corner now. We've got Alphonse Kiwi. He takes the first heat done and dusted. Well done to Alphonse Kiwi. For War Motorsports, another P1. Then Lucas Bonhomme's and then Valentin Saliti. What an epic race. Bonhomme takes P2. Oh, Riyad Yusfi takes P3 because of time penalties. So Saliti having a couple 1 seconds. And that has pushed him back. Kai Newman going ahead of Ben Lee. Nope, time penalties has swapped them around as well. Leo Larson in P7 and Braith Murdoch. No, Lucas Vreden will be in 8th. Murdoch in 9th place. And Venkov takes P10. Paul Benedicts and Niels Lagerström. Oh, they're all in. Oh, DNF. DNFs for them, so they didn't finish the race. But Alphonse Kiwi taking the first victory of the night. Well done to Alphonse Kiwi, Lucas Bonhomme and Riyad Yusfi with their great outing on track. Okay, whilst we wait for the next server to get booted up, we're going to quickly grab an interview, maybe with just one of the drivers, while we wait for them. Just going to change servers. I'm joined by P3 driver on the heat there, Riyad Yusfi.
Hi,
a lot of pace tonight. How did that go for you?
Yes, do you see it? That was a very good race. I kept a good speed, and I do the job to do P3. Just a small collision in the start. I hope I will not have some penalties, but I think that's all right because I think it's not my fault. But in general, it was a good race, and thank you, Charles.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the quick chat. Great drive from you. Your pace was good compared to yesterday. Much better. You definitely got that car dialed in from yesterday to today. So congratulations, and hopefully you have some good more heats on your side.
Yes, thank you. The Prime helped me this night.
Fantastic. All right, good luck. All right, I am now joined in the commentary booth here by Lucas Bonhomme. Lucas, that was an eventful first race for you tonight. It did seem like you had a bit of a moment there in the beginning. I think it was with Ben Lee.
Yeah.
But your pace was so good, dude.
Yeah. I changed my chassis from yesterday. I passed in a OTK, and yeah, at the start of the race I was a bit disaster with Bentley and Newman, but after I got the fastest lap, the pace, and I come up in P2.
Yeah, you caught everybody in front of you so quickly, and then it was pretty much smooth sailing from there. So congratulations, good turn of pace tonight, and good luck for the rest of your races.
Thank you.
All right, and the man still P1 qualifying, P1 the first heat, P1 in his second heat. Alphonse Kiwi, welcome back in the commentary booth. It seemed pretty smooth sailing for you out there.
Yeah. Yes. It was a very good race from my side. I don't really know what happened behind me because I just looked forwards. I know I have the pace.
Yeah, the racing was very good behind you, just so you know. The guys were really respectful in most of the race, so it was good. But one thing I did notice, you definitely lost the start there again, but Kai Newman just gave you a little bit of a love tap from behind, which put you back into P1 by the first corner. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but Bentley was definitely ahead of you. But yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I saw that. Thanks to... Yes?
No, go ahead.
I want to thank Kai for giving me that push. Without him, I would probably not be P1 out of the first corner. So thank you, Kai.
Well, in any case, Alphonse, congratulations and good luck for the next heat. You are currently in the prime position. So, good luck, and we'll most likely see you in the finals tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Right, everybody, we've got the guys back into their slots. And we are ready to go. The next heat. Anton Carlina Klemenkis, Elliot Ruckels, Martin Rustad, Oscar Paulsberg, LSPT Mansloef, Ruben Victor should not be racing. Why is he listed as a driver? Let's just double check that. Let's just quickly ping the admins just to make sure. Jack Pullen and then Zach Turner, that's 11 carts that will be racing in this heat. So we're going to wait for them. I haven't gotten my 3-minute warning or minute warning, but wow, what an epic first race of the night. We are now going to start with the next one. Ready to get going with the next race, guys. Who do you think is going to take top honors for this race? Please, in the chat, tell us who do you think is going to win this one. And while you say that, Let's have a quick look at this awesome facility. That is Silverstone Karting Track. 1,377 meters. Turn 1 is a really good turn. 2, 3. 3 is pretty much your first braking zone, really. Then 4, 5, 6 can be taken flat out depending on how good your setup is. Turn 7, good passing opportunity down there. And then a long straight uphill towards the next hard braking zone is 8. And then a very fast zone 9, 10, 11. And then 180s. The first 180 turn 12. Second 180 turn 13. And then into another passing opportunity will be turn 14. And then we go uphill towards the start finish line once again. 4.8 meters worth of elevation. Amazing facility. We are so excited to be racing on Silverstone. But yeah, it's a track that is literally just been created or been built in real life. We've got it in the sim and we are having so much fun racing on this, so I can't wait to see some big actual racing happening at this facility. Just waiting on the admins to get going. Waiting on the drivers to get to the grid and we're going to get going. One of the drivers in the chat saying, I hate to turn 9 and 17. 17? I don't even think there's 17 laps or corners on this track. What do you mean you hate turn 17? That means you drove into the pits. Shouldn't be driving there, that's for sure. A bunch of drivers whose helmets I do not have. Witchback Esports, I really like this kart. Swedish team. Really nice looking kart. What do you guys think? And then again, just a shout out to Move Racing Simulators as our sponsor. With their great steering wheel they are sponsoring for, to the OKL champion in the seniors category. And then also Sima Racing, AK Designs. And then, as always, Gains the Odds Esports. Fantastic to always have these guys on board and have a good time with us when we are commentating on these races and hosting these world events. Super excited for the future. We've had about 240 people that took the OKL World's membership. That is brand new. Those are apart from the actual OKL clients. So in total there was about 300 plus people that got to try out the new tracks and stuff like that, and then over 100 and I think 70 drivers that did the ranked racing. So it is really good to see, and that's apart from the 30 plus people that we had to ban for poor driving standards. But like you could see, it was an absolute blast to have all these drivers in the open qualifiers, and there were some big names that got involved, as always, some big karting names, and it's always good to see these guys come back to a sim and just have some fun. Martin Richter at the back. Here we go. That's the starting grid. I could have probably read it out to you guys while we were waiting for them in any case, so let's do that while they heat up their tires. Race number 2. Zach Turner and Klemenkis will be on the front row. Anton Carlander, Julius Carlson, Oscar Paulsberg, William Marshall should have been on the track. Doesn't seem to be. LSBT, Jack Pullen, Mansloof, Oscar Uberg, Elliot Rukelzamfer, Martin Richter, Tony Orby, Brendan Smith, Simon Olsenmuir, Jonathan Lindelof, Karish Vodgama, Thierry Hanzike, Frederick Wold, and Lucas Antonsen. Those are all the drivers that should have been on the track. Although I am only seeing 11 of them. There should be 20, only 11 of them on track. Hopefully they put up as good of a show as what we saw in that first heat. Here we go, Zach Turner, Clemankis, they are all now in the tram lines. Let's see, will they behave? It's a Kart Republic top 5. That's lights out and away we go. Zach Turner gets the whole shot. No, he doesn't. Clemankis on the outside. Who's going to take turn 1? Zach Turner. Oh, here comes Anton Koller and is centered down the inside of Clemankis. Clemankis has to forfeit P1, P2 rather. He's now into P3. Zach Turner getting the whole shot. Oh, Mankis, it goes from bad to worse. He's off the track. He's now right at the back. And he's even worse. He gets off the track once again. Mankis comes back and he gets taken out again. No, Clemankis, unfortunately, he has almost been sent into the abyss. But his kart is still facing forward. There's still hope. He's just going to have to drive hard and get back into this race. Zach Turner, Anton Carlander, here we go. Prema Racing, War Motorsports. Pretty much we picked up where we left off yesterday. Zach Turner's got a good start. Oh, Carlander gets clipped by Carlson. Oh my word, Carlander's kart is facing forward. Oh, Oscar Paulsberg is lost his nose cone. That means he has to retire from the race. That will be a technical non-compliance. That's not ideal. Martin Richter just drove past everybody. And he's now up into P3. Carlson, that's not a great start to this race because that's a lot of incidents. The poor stewards, I feel sorry for them. Excuse me, apologies for that. Carlson and Ristad having a fight on track. Ristad on the outside, Carlson going on the defensive. Look at the pace down the straight. Martin Ristad's got a lot of pace. Oh, side pod shuffle there between these two. They're going down into the second twist. He's on the track. Oh, Ristad just sends Carlson into abyss. He raises his hand. He realized that was a bit of a mistake. He has left the door open now. Can't leave the door open for too long because there's going to be a whole bunch of carts. Oh, and he sends Carlson off the track again. What is going on? We were entertained by such clean racing in the first race, and then we come back to this, unfortunately. DNF there by Paulsberg, a technical non-compliance, a TNC. That's very unfortunate for him. Ristad Colin is now back into P2. Mansloof comes back into the fray. Switchback esports driver. Jack Pullen and Rukel Zimfer just behind these, the second chasing pack. Zach Turner has turned up the pace and he's out of here. Oh, Carlander trying a bit of a cutback there. It didn't work out for him. Look at Muntz. Carlander has not been having a clean race so far. Carlander is going to try and keep his nose clean because he's been involved. It's not all of it is his fault, but he has been clipped quite a lot of the times, and it does cause quite a lot of issues. Ristad now raising his hand forward, saying, "Let's please just start racing." But nope, Mansloof's going to come down the inside for Switchback Esports. Oh, that's a 2-for-1 special there. He's lost 2 positions. In his case, it was buy 2 and only get 1 because he's lost. No, he's bought 4 and he's lost everything. He's now at the back of this chasing pack. And that's not ideal. Look at this fight between Loof and Carlander. Carlander keeps picking up on the exchanges there, but then just shortly after that he loses a position again. This is pretty much the battle of the Swedes at the moment. Jack Pullen. Oh, Martin Ristad late send down the inside. Oh, a little bit of a cutback, but he's got the inside line into the second 180s. Ristad on Rukel Zimfer. That's actually quite a decent send. And a very good spatial awareness there by Elliot Rukel Zimfer there. Zach Turner leading is 3.6 seconds now. Lap 6 of 10. Some really good racing. Wasn't that good in the beginning, but the guys have now settled in. The nerves have started settling in. Here comes Jack Pullen on Richtad. Jack Pullen, is he going to be able to get something going here? Will Jack be pulling off a move? Sorry, certified dad jokes there. Pullen and Richtad still fighting on track. Loof and Colin are breaking away from them. Jack Pullen's got a decent amount of pull down the straight. Let's see what's happening further down the field. Mankies has got a lot to do to come back. He has done a decent job getting back at these guys, but I do think he's got quite a lot of time penalties. So he's going to have to break away from the guys behind him if he wants to secure good points. Because remember, excuse me, just remember that all the points you score gets added up, and the finishing or the starting position in the pre-final is based on where you finish after the heats. Number 1 to 18 goes through to the heats, or to the directly to the pre-final, and the rest of the guys will do a last chance qualifier, and that will make up the rest of the 24 kart grid for the pre-final. Carlson at the back, and he has had such a good start. Unfortunately lost out on some of the exchanges early in the race. But there we go. Zach Turner is leading the charge. Similar to Alphonse, people behind him starts fighting. He broke away and he never looked back. Turner, lap 8 of 10. He just needs to keep that kart facing forward. Carlander, Mansloof. Battle of the Swedes. This is for P2 and 3 in this heat. Nope, Colin is breaking away. It seems like everybody has now started settling in. Mankies has not been able to break away from Oberg, and he lost 2 positions crossing the line, which means he's got some time penalties. But Oberg is all over the back of Mankies. Mankies, who of course had a phenomenal race last night, and unfortunately due to penalties he's lost P1 and ended up in P3. Excuse me. This is the second heat of our night. We only have 2 more after this. And then we're going to go get a little bit of a break and then get into the juniors world final tomorrow at 7 o'clock South African time. And the same time slot for the seniors as we've had the past 2 evenings. Go through the field, what's happening. Richtad's now all over the back of Loof. Mansloof, Martin Richtad, Anton Carlander. I think this is the all Scandinavian fight at the moment. Oh, Loof did not have a good exit on that hairpin. Down into the twisties. Richtad's going to send it down the inside. We've seen him send it down there. Oh, he did not make a good move of that. But he still has the inside line into the second 180s. Let's see. Loof is going to go down the inside. Oh, they're side by side into the last corner. Still, oh, Loof just pushing him wide there. Making sure there's no room for him to come down the inside. Oops. And whiff, that went by so quickly. Oh, my bad. We missed Zach Turner taking the flag there, unfortunately. But well done to Zach Turner. He is the winner of the second heat of tonight. Anton Carlander in a P2. And then Mans will take the line in 3rd place. Let's have a quick interview with him as we wait for the next server to get going. And it was Anton Carlander. Where is Carlander? See if we're gonna get these guys into a quick interview here. Alright, I am now joined in the commentary booth by Mans Loof. I know I am butchering your surname, I really do apologize. But good race from you. It seemed like it was chaotic in the beginning, but overall P3 finish for you. How do you feel about that?
Really good. Started weak, real bad, no pace. But yeah, feels really good to grab a P3.
Yeah, congratulations. I wonder, are you in the next heat, or do you have a bit of a break after this one? Let's see here quickly. No,
I drive the fourth.
Yeah, you're in the so you've got a bit of a break. You can get some water and check the next race, and then hopefully you have a good second one. Good, congratulations, good racing from your side, and we'll chat to you hopefully later again.
Yes, thanks.
We're gonna get. I'm joined in the commentary booth now by Anton Carlander. Anton, not the greatest of starts to your race, but like they say in most cases, doesn't matter how you start, it's all about how you finish. P2 for you, you probably feel happy about that.
Yeah, I could have done a lot better, but the incident in the start made it very hard. And then Martin came and defended like it was the final, so...
Yeah, it was a chaotic start for you as well as Mr. Mankey's as well. You both pretty much just kept losing positions and then had to come back at everybody. But yeah, congratulations on what we call a comeback drive. P2 is good. It's good points and it helps your overall starting position towards the pre-final tomorrow. So congratulations and good luck with your next race.
Yes, thank you.
All right, I'm joined by Zach Turner once again. Zach, it seems like if people give you the gap, you're out of here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Zach, as yesterday, you kind of don't have a lot of words to share with us, even though English does seem to be your first language.
Yeah.
How did that feel? Fairly straightforward for you, start to finish?
Yeah, it felt really good. Obviously, led every single lap. Had to defend when I had to defend, and then drove off. Yeah.
Yeah, and your next race will only be the last race of tonight. So yeah, you can now sit back and watch the next one, and then get back and hopefully score some good points for your starting position tomorrow.
Yep, hopefully.
Yeah, congratulations, and we'll chat to you hopefully after the next race.
All right, cheers.
All right, that's the drivers quickly interviewed. We're going to jump off this server onto the next, and we're going to get into our third race of the evening. That was Zach Turner, Anton Carlander, and who was the last driver there? Mans. Should I join the correct server? There we go. So please, in the chat, tell us what do you guys think of the OKL World so far. It's been fairly smooth tonight. The second heat, a lot more drama compared to the first one. But the racing overall, fairly good, I would say. Right, we're on the next server, ready to go for the next heat. We're waiting. I think there's a couple drivers still missing. Who should we see in this one? Let's have a quick look. We should have Alphonse Kiwi, Clemenkis, James Kell, Julius Carlson, Lucas Bonhomme, William Marshall, Riyad Yusfi, Jack Pullen, Lucas Freden, Oscar Oberg, Owen Palmquist, Martin Rustad, Sebastian Venkov, Brendan Smith, Simon Elsevier, Jonathan Lindelof, Vadgama, Hanzika, Wold, and Antonsen. I'm expecting a bunch of them not to make it onto the grid. Feel like we've got some trolls in the YouTube chat. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in once again. AK Design, Move Racing Simulators. Those guys really make the best motion simulators out there. Please check out their site. It is a phenomenal piece of work that they do. And then also CMI Racing. Thank you, as always, guys. Without the sponsors, a lot of this won't be possible. And then also a big shout out to all the admins that gets involved throughout the year and during the Worlds. Without them volunteering their time, we also won't be able to get through most of these things. And it will definitely give me sleepless nights, so I'm very, very appreciative of all the guys getting involved. It's awesome. And then to everybody that participate, you know, with these guys... Without these guys, we will not be able to put on such an awesome show. It's really good to see the drivers come out. You know, Worlds, OKL Worlds is the free part of our year where we give everybody in the community opportunity to get involved, and it's awesome to see so many of the drivers get involved and enjoy the Worlds. Let's be honest, most of the guys are in it for the free body kits they get. And that's also okay. We just still appreciate their support in any way, in any case. So, yeah, well done to everybody participating so far. It's been lovely. And then also thank you to the guys opening the YouTube channel, watching the live stream, and spamming the chat with strange things. That's also okay. As long as we keep it respectful, it's all good, guys. And I do try and read the messages in between. And then a shout out to Carl Lawrence, who was my co-commentator last year, who has decided that the real karting will take priority, and we'll be missing him in the commentary booth this year, so I'm completely solo. This is Heat 3. We are going to start with this one. Give me 1 second. This is A versus D. A versus D. Alphonse Kiwi has been leading the charge. Let's see what he does this time around. Right, here we go. This is the start of our third heat. Second last one. Hansiger. Oh, look at that beautiful helmet he's pulling off. Part Republic's dominating the scene so far. Menkes is going to have a redemption drive. Luckily, the Heat's starting positions are all predefined based on their qualifying, so he can come back. But every point he loses on track means he will lose a couple of starting positions, most likely for that pre-final. But that is only for the pre-final. You obviously have a good opportunity to pull through the pre-final and still get some good points and potentially win, not points, a good starting position. Because let's just think about 2023 OKL World Final. Alphonse Kiwi came through the last chance qualifier, started at the back of the field, then worked his way through the pre-final and ended up winning the final. So it is entirely possible to do something like that. Who's on the grid? Riyad Yusfi, William Marshall, Lucas Bonham, Alphonse Kiwi, Clemenkes, Thierry Hansiger, Jack Pullen, Lucas Freden, Oskoberg, Julius Carlson, Martin Ristad will be going. Whoopsie, the guys are coming in hot there. William Marshall has finally made it onto a race. It's his only race, so he probably won't be scoring a good points towards the finals for tomorrow, which means you'll most likely have to do the LCQ. And Marshall is weaving and trying to heat up tires during the formation lap when we are still cruising. We haven't even officially started. It's a bit of a problem there because we're not listening. Alright, so we have officially started our formation lap rather, so the boys are all going to heat up their tires in single file, get through the lap, get some heat in those tires. Alphonse Kiwi celebrating already, finally getting through the formation lap now. Let's go. Final sector, the boys are getting their final prep. Whatever heat you don't get into those tires, you'll have to just race and get through the cycle there. Get the heat in the tires. Marshall's already driving off track. That's going to earn him a nice little 1 second penalty, I believe. Okay, now no more heating. Everybody should now start behaving. William Marshall's doing something strange there. Marshall does seem like he's got Lucas Sturman's helmet on his head there. War Motorsports leading the charge. Kart Republic, Clemenkes right next to him. Behind him, Lucas Bonhomme and Julius Carlson. The first of the OTKs in P4. Oops, we already see a bit of a love tap there from behind. Don't want to be doing that. We're keeping it nice and clean on tram lines. Everybody seems to be facing the right way at the moment. Here we go. All in the right place. That's lights out. Clemenkes getting a good start on the outside. Oh, William Marshall bumping. Oh, that's chaos on the start line there. Marshall seemed to be getting involved with the exchange there between the drivers. But it only seems like two drivers have been taken out completely. So Kiwi and Menkes gets going. Alphonse Kiwi, Clemenkes, Riyad Yusfi. So again, the three fast guys from previous heats all back on the track and pushing away. Menkes is all over the back of Kiwi. Where's Kiwi's pace all of a sudden? Menkes has a man on charge. He's not happy after that first heat. Down inside of Thierry Hansiger goes Lucas Bonhomme. We're focusing on what's happening here. Yusfi and Menkes is fighting on track. Alphonse Kiwi is going to try and get away here. Yes, he does. But look at that top speed down the straight from Menkes. He pulls any cart in front of him in like a man on charge. Bonhomme as well. He had so much pace in that previous heat, the first heat he was racing in. Bonhomme is the last of the first leading pack. Martin Ristad driver on his own there, and Hanzik. Oh no! Yusfi and Bonhomme clips each other on the track. Oh, he's been unlucky tonight, Bonhomme. That is very unfortunate because he's got a lot of work to do. Right in front of them, we've got Pullen and William Marshall. Marshall's going to send it down the inside of Oberg. Marshall's going to have to respect that netcode on his side. Is going to be crazy. Oberg does give him enough space to drive. There we go. Marshall passes Oberg. Jack Pullen seems like he's going to try and pull in a move off in front of him. Certified dad jokes. Bonhomme is getting involved. Oops, I went the wrong way there. Pullen and Hanzika. Hanzika is just going backwards there. He had a great start. And that's about it, because down the straight he's losing. Through the corners he's losing. He's just not pulling away. Here comes Marshall down the inside of Hanzika. And Bonhomme takes a 2-for-1 there. Bonhomme felt like a Black Friday special. He paid for one, he got two. Let's see what's happening up front now. Alphonse Kiwi, Klemenkis, they're working together. They're just driving away from the rest of the field. Klemenkis has got a lot of pace. Let's keep an eye. It seems like these two are not going to fight on track. Martin Richtad is in P3. Jack Puller and Lucas Bonhomme. Then we've got William Marshall and Vreden and Oberg. Hanzeke, Carlson, Yusfi. Yusfi was also one of the drivers with a lot of pace who got taken out in the beginning there. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of work to do. Then still the leading pacemakers is Kiwi and Menkis. Let's see if we can get an onboard of Menkis as he navigates. Some absolutely epic onboard footage there with Klemenkis as he tries to catch onto the back of Alphonse Kiwi. As we saw down the start-finish straight, how he just got pulled towards Kiwi there. He's got so much top end. Martin Richtad, lonely third position at the moment. He's pretty much hoping for something to happen up in front and hopefully get some good points there. Bonhomme, Pullen, they're kind of driving on their own, but then there's the chasing pack. We've got Marshall, Oberg, Hanzike, and Yusfi having a exchange here in the front, at the back rather. Oh, Hanzike has just gone down and back and back and back all the way. William Marshall defending that attack from Oscar Oberg. He's clipping the rear of Marshall. Is Oberg there? Let's see. Possible switch back. Esports there by Oberg, but Marshall's got the inside line into the twisties. But they clip each other, and there we go. Marshall goes off track. Chaos erupts behind as the drivers try and navigate each other through the horrible passing position, which would be through the first twisties. You want to be going through there side by side. Oh, there's cart number who's 220. Jack Pullen has hurt himself there on the exit of the first hairpin, and that is pretty much his race done, really. He's going to fall back down the order quite a lot. Menkis, Alphonse Kiwi still leading the way, breaking away. I say breaking away, but Richtad is just 2 seconds behind him, so he's not far off. He's still within a fighting shot. 2 laps to go. But then there's this fight. Pullen, Carlson, Oberg, Hanzike. Oh, and Hanzike pulls one on Oberg. And again, through the twisties, Oberg has been on the receiving end. And that is very unfortunate for the likes of Oscar Oberg. Marshall and Yusfi. Seems like Mankeys has been falling off a little bit because Alphonse Kiwi is now breaking from the pack. And Mankeys is starting to fall back towards... Oh, Hanzika has pulled one there. Has run out of fuel there. Or something. Yusfi is down the inside of Marshall. Doesn't fight that too much. Come on guys, let's leave the spam to a minimum. Marshall in the wall. Mankeys. Rishtad. The only driver running a KG body kit. Martin Rishtad. The final lap, Martin Rishtad, Mankeys. Will there be something on offer for Rishtad by the end of this lap? Alphonse Kiwi leading the charge. He's still got a lonely race now. We started to break away from the charging Mankeys, who has now got a charging Rishtad behind him. He's getting much closer this time around. Into the hairpin at the top of the hill we go. Mankeys has now really gotten a Rishtad breathing down his neck. He's now ever closer. Is he going to say he's been sending it down this corner? No, he's not going to send it through there. Rishtad, is he going to make something happen? No. Let's have a quick look before we move back to Kiwi. He's not going to go for a glory sent. No. Alphonse Kiwi takes another victory there. And it's Mankeys over Rishtad across the line. Much better driving there from Rishtad, who didn't seem like he had the greatest of start, but he kept his kart facing forward and out of all kinds of trouble. We're going to pull the drivers into the commentators booth quickly while we wait for the next heat to get going. Are they, Martin? You can't avoid the commentary booth. Martin, can you hear us? Hello? Safe to say Martin does not want to unmute his mic. We'll get Mr. Mankeys back into the commentary booth. Wow, you had a lot of pace throughout the first part of that race, but then closer to the end, it seemed like Martin started getting the better of you there. What happened at the end? Concentration, tires? Tell us to that final part.
I think the third one, tires. My tires just absolutely... I used them in practice for some reason. Also in the first heat, I drove like I was 2 seconds off the pace because of that. I am really happy that I finished second because of the tires. I choose the option tires, but didn't work out. So I think I had the pace to win. But yeah, the tires just dropped down by a lot.
Yeah, definitely. We saw the tires fall off there, but still P2. You've done your bit for tonight. That's your, I think so, right? Your qualifying heat's done. Let me just double check. You don't have another race to do you? No, you're not.
No,
do not.
I don't.
Yeah, so that's it. You've done everything you needed. It seems like you're in a fairly good spot for that pre-final tomorrow night. So congratulations, some good racing from your side. This last heat was definitely really good, and that makes me very excited to see what you have on offer tomorrow. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Get your final prep in for tomorrow, and we'll see you for some good racing tomorrow.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, the man that doesn't say as much as Zach Turner, Alphonse Kiwi. Welcome back into the booth. That's another victory. You've pretty much got prime real estate, I believe, for tomorrow. How are you feeling? Confident? Mankey's definitely had some good pace on you there in the beginning part of the race, but it seemed like you dealt with it.
Yeah, I was trying some new stuff with the setup, which kind of worked, but I just didn't find the flow in the beginning, struggling with the brakes.
Okay,
but it was a good race.
It's P1 for you in all your heats. It's P1 for you in qualifying. Hopefully you can continue with that good run of form, and we'll then most likely see you for your racing tomorrow.
Yes.
Congratulations, Alphonse, and thank you for always having so much to say in the commentary booth.
Yes, my English very good.
Cheers, we'll chat to you tomorrow.
Bye.
All right, we'll get going into the next heat. I'm gonna change quickly, thank you. That's some good racing. Makey's definitely had a lot of pace. Ristad from further back on the grid definitely came through very nicely. While we wait for my game to load in quickly, just a quick look at our... Martin Ristad is ready for a quick interview. Is he? Where is he? He's not even... Oh, he's in Discord. There we go. Martin, can you hear us now? Martin Ristad, please speak to us. Martin, hello.
Okay, does it work now?
There we go. Ristad is here with us. Welcome in the commentary booth. Dude, you had a really good heat in that previous heat. Started, where did you start?
Man.
Pretty much at the back?
I started completely last.
Yeah, man. So, well done. You almost were on board for P2 there. Mankey said his tires pretty much fell off there at the end. Was very close between you, but good racing overall, so congratulations. Do you have one more race to go? Is that it for you? You're done, right?
I'm done now, but can I say one thing real quick?
As long as you don't troll the stream, then
No, of course not. So, you know, one of my best friends' dad has, it's his birthday today. So I want to say happy birthday, Strandom. Øyvind Strandom, happy birthday. You're always such a nice guy. Big props, big up the Øyvind, big up the Rice, big up Sean, big up OKL. Okay, thank you, Sean. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Martin, and congratulations on a really good heat. Hopefully we'll see you for that races tomorrow and have some good pace.
Yeah, hopefully I don't flip.
Alright, enjoy your evening and we'll chat to you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. Love you, Sean.
There we go. That was Martin Ristad, very keen to chat. He's always such a troll in Discord. But yeah, thank you for joining the commentary booth. And here we go, final heat. Right, let's see, who do we have on this heat? We've got Anton Colin Benley, Elliot Rukel, Zimfer Mansloof, Valentin Zeliti, LSBT, Breath Murdoch, Leo Larsen, Zach Turn, Oscar Polsberg, Kai Newman, Niels Lagerstrom. Newman, Paulsberg, Zach Turner. Those are the front runners. Anton Carl and Bendy. This is going to be a very interesting last race of the night, guys. Please, let's make this a good one. I'm so excited for this. Some really good drivers on track. I'm ready to go. Let's just give the admins a heads up, because a lot of the times they are waiting for me. Let's see what these guys can do. The final race of our evening is upon us. We've had a really smooth night so far. Let's hope this one will finish it off strong. Tomorrow night we've got 2 live streams. The first one will be our juniors. That will be they literally have a qualifying pre-final final, and that will crown a junior OKL world champion. They will be racing with the mini rock carts. Very excited. Last year was the first one we did. It was pretty successful. Not the biggest of grids because they are age restricted, so anybody the age of 12 and below races in the mini or the junior category in OKL. And yeah, hopefully we have a whole bunch of juniors race at 7 o'clock South African time. That will be 5 o'clock UK and 6 o'clock most of the Europeans. We can't have them race too late because they are all youngsters and bedtime's early for them. And we also have to leave enough space and time for our seniors category. So here we go. Final prep for these guys to get the last bit of knowledge. So excited. Final race. Here we go. Let's just check what are we looking like for our incidents. I'm just going quickly reviewing. Admin seems to have been on top of most of their stuff. Yeah. Great. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The start of our final race of our evening. This is the last opportunity these guys have to score good points and secure themselves the top 18 slots for the pre-final of the main event tomorrow. All the guys that's not in the top 18 will have one final shot in the LCQ, where we will take the top 16. First place in the LCQ, not top 16, the top 6. The first place in the LCQ will start in P19, and so we'll go down P2, P20 for the final, pre-final rather. The pre-final is that qualifying heat. Wherever you finish in the pre-final, you will start in the final. So good opportunity for the guys to go through the grid. The guys that comes through the LCQ, it's not impossible to win the championship. Ask Alphonse Kiwi in the 2023 OKL Worlds. The very first OKL Worlds that we hosted, so it's definitely possible. Let's see what these guys can do. Our final race of the evening, and this is a star-studded grid, this one. The real quick guys, Carlander, Bentley, Zach Turner, Paulsberg, and Newman. They were I almost want to say the stars of the races so far in their heats. However, Valentin Seliti also had a lot of pace in his previous race, as well as Mansloof. So we definitely have some guys that can come through the grid here and make something special of this last race. We're just going to wait on this grid to quickly shuffle into the correct slots, and we can get going. Who do we think is going to take this one? Ben Lee, Zach Turner, Anton Carlander for War Motorsports. Definitely somebody that can take something. Zach Turner is going to be starting in P1, I believe. Just double check the starting grid. I can quickly confirm that for us. The starting grid will look as follows. Front row will be Zach Turner with Ben Lee on his outside. Anton Carlander followed by Kai Newman. Oscar Paulsberg followed by Braith Murdoch. LSBT, Valentin Seliti. Mansloof, Paul Benedicts. Elliot Ruckel-Zimfer, Leo Larson. Tony Orby is not on track. Nils Lagerstrom. Alex O'Grady is not here. Lucas Baroni is not here. Francisco Cartini. I only think the other driver that's remaining is Sebastian Grondojules. 12 carts on the track. Hopefully the guys behave themselves so we can get going. Well, let me get my final stretch in here before we start screaming at our screen and enjoying hopefully a epic final race of our night. Ah, there, Kai Newman. Finally, we've got his helmet loaded. We've got his livery loaded. He's got a different chassis at the moment, though. Wolfsburg's helmet is also loaded. I wonder what happened, because now all of a sudden we've got everybody's helmets. Wolfsburg actually has a really good looking helmet there. No, our camera is not working. Replay. No! Yeah, we lost our camera functionality, but it's fine. We'll manage within the KRP setup. It's okay. Hopefully our timing sheet at least still works. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our final race of the night. Zachton Bentley, Anton Carlander, Kai Newman, Oscar Polsberg, Brave Murdoch, Ellis Beatty, Valentin Saliti, Ellis Beatty, Valentin Saliti, Mansloof, Elliot Ruckelzimfer, Leo Larsen and Niels Lagerström. Alright, all the drivers are now going to go into double file. They're cruising at a rapid pace here. Hopefully they slow down to get the other drivers into the grid. Here we go. Towards the tram lines we go. All the guys now in double file. It is a Kart Republic lockout in the front 6, 7 karts. In the top 8 Kart Republics. Pretty much everybody is Kart Republic. Here we go. Zach to the Bentley. That's a good start there by everybody. Lights out and away we go. Anton Carlander is going to try and move down the inside. Paulsberg gets yeeted off into the pits there. Is his kart still facing? Yes, he's still facing forwards on the track. Ellis Beatty goes sideways. He's playing Tokyo Drift there. Oh, Ben Lee also gets pumped on the inside there by Kai Newman, who's now moved up into P3. Anton Carlander, Kai Newman. Carlander, Zachton is breaking away from this immediately. Carlander for War Motorsports. Kai Newman just behind him in that Kart Republic. And the one in P1 is a Prema Kart. Down the inside goes Newman on Carlander. Carlander is going to have to fall for that. Ben Lee is getting involved. Bentley didn't have the greatest of starts, but he's not going to want to hang around here for too long. He's going to want to catch onto the back of Turner there. Down the inside goes Carlander on Newman. Newman being picked off there by Bentley as well. Paulsberg is back into the mix immediately. He had it sideways into turn 1. Caught that cut and he's back on the hunt. Here comes Bentley on Carlander. Carlander on the correct setup. Oh, you can see here some of his cuts limit down the straight. Carlander's got Bentley and Newman all over the back of him. Luckily he doesn't have mirrors, because if he had, he would just see 2 carts all over the back. Down the inside goes Bentley. Bentley moves up into P2 now. Carlander's going to try a little bit of a cutback there, and Bentley's having none of that. Newman's going to want to have to say something about this position as well. Here we go. Newman bumps the back of Carlander. Carlander keeps getting pushed off the track. Carlander and Newman gets together there. Netcode is not their best friend at the moment. Paulsberg is now getting involved. And Murdoch as well. Murdoch's just sitting here behind him. Ben Lee's moved by. We've got Prema 1-2 at the moment. Ben Lee breaking away, but we've got Kai Newman, Paulsberg, Murdoch all over the back of Carlander. Ben Lee has moved himself up into P2. Carlander's falling off the pace here. Now Kai Newman's moved down the inside of Carlander. Carlander's gonna have to work on something. Paulsberg being shunted off the track there again. Paulsberg has gone lawn mowing. Carlander's losing more positions as we go along. Murdoch now goes on the inside. He's going to send it down the inside. Murdoch gets late on the brakes and he goes down the inside of Anton Carlander. Carlander is fighting back. Here comes Paulsberg now. Paulsberg, he's got a 2-for-1 there. Carlander and Murdoch has gotten together there again. And they have both gone sideways there and off the track. Here comes Loof now on. He's also picked up quite a lot here thanks to the guys behind. Murdoch has lost a lot of positions. Larson's gained a couple. Then Alice Beatty, Rukel Zimfer, and then Lachestrom. Where is... Did we see Carlander retire from the race? Oh yeah, our timing sheets is not working, so let's just switch that off. Apologies about that. I will use the in-game one. For now, apologies about that, ladies and gentlemen. The timing sheets, our overlay has broken. Won't be able to fix that during the race. Zach Turner leads the way. We've got Ben Lee right behind him. Kai Newman in P3. Retired is Anton Carlander. He did not have a good first phase of this heat, unfortunately. Ben Lee has caught Zach Turner now. These two Prema kart drivers are pulling away from the rest of the field. Like I said, this was going to be an epic race. There's so much guys that's on the same pace. Kai Newman is now on his own. Ben Lee all over the back of Turner has... I wonder which option tires they chose. With the MGs you can run Prime, you can run option. The Prime I think gives you earlier bite on those tires in the first part of the race. The option will come back at you later on through the race. Excuse me. Lee is a man on charge. Ben Lee all over the back of Zach Turner now. Kai Newman's on his own. Paulsberg has made a really good comeback. He's in P4. Mansloof on his own. Let's go back to this leading charge because these guys are the closest on track. Will Lee do something? Will he send it? Zach Turner has been, I believe, the same as Kiwi. It's been victories all the way through. Ben Lee, Zach Turner, Prema Karts. Going through the twisties once more, lap 7 of 10. Kai Newman on his own. It's a Kart Republic show at the moment. We could have called this the OKL Kart Republic Invitational. Ben Lee's being very respectful. He's not doing anything silly because these guys, they just want maximum points, as much points as they can get for their starting position in that pre-final. You don't want to be going down the grid for too far because there's a lot of good drivers and you don't want to be sitting in the middle of the pack and fighting them whilst the the quick guys are breaking away from the field. As I break away, Lee's all over the backyard. I don't think they are going to fight. We've got BT and Lagerstrom fighting on a track here. Into the twisties we go with BT and Lagerstrom. Well, we've got about 2 more laps and these two are breaking away. There's no one... Well, I'm saying that. Kai Newman's only 1.4 off their pace. So he's really... Let's check when they cross the line now. Is this a all British P1, 2 and 3? Crossing the line, lap. Yeah, okay. Newman's lost the 10th there. Oscar Paulsberg's quite far off still. Ben Lee, is their last lap charge from his side? Oh, Ben Lee. And Turner is climbing on the curbs. You don't want to be doing too much of that. It's an epic driving though. Really good, clean driving from these two drivers. Turner's got a bit of a gap now. Newman might get involved soon. Wooly. He's going to have these two fight with each other because their pace is so good. No one's going to catch them. Well, no one from this heat at least. Right, start of our final lap. 2/10s gain there on Kai Newman on the front too. So I don't think there's going to be anything. Yeah, I don't suspect them to be swapping positions at all. But yes, Kai Newman, he's gotten closer, much closer this time around. Final corners to go now. Alright, into the last corner we go now. Zach Turner will take the victory in our very last race. Side by side we go. Ben Lee crosses the line with him. And then Kai Newman in P3. Oscar Paulsberg, really good comeback drive to P4. Manslouf, P5. Beth Murdoch will finish in P6. Larson and Zimfer crossing the line side by side. Lagerstrom in P9. Elias BT will be in P10. And then Valentin Saliti, a lonely race in P11. Retired driver from this race was Anton Carlander. He was definitely not happy with something happening on track. Right, congratulations on our final top 3 for this heat. We'll pull Zach Turner in once again. We'll pull Newman in and Ben Lee. Joining me in the commentary booth is Kai Newman. Kai, P3 for you. Seemed fairly lonely after a couple laps. How did your race go for you?
Yeah, it was. Sorry, I can't really hear you. There's people speaking in the back. Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, you had a bit of a chaotic start to the race, but after a couple laps at P3, you were pretty much driving on your own. How did this race feel for you?
Yeah, at the start I got caught out. I didn't realise that people ahead of me were going to brake as early as they did. So I accidentally nudged them a little bit. But the rest of the race we were fast. We swapped the chassis and it felt better.
All right, well, congratulations. I think A really good couple of hits from you should put you in a really good position for tomorrow's pre-final. So yeah, congrats, and hopefully we see you come back tomorrow for the finals and have a good night.
Yeah, I'll see you there. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Kai. We will move Ben Lee. Ben, in the commentary booth, how are you? Good race. Seemed like you and Zach at the end there was just sitting together, just pulling lap after lap. Talk us through your race. It was a bit chaotic in the start, right?
Yeah, the start kicked off quite a lot. After a few laps, me and Zach were able to get a gap, and as teammates, we didn't really want to risk much, so we both decided just to push and not risk any crashes.
Yeah, especially with the final heat, you kind of want to maximize your points for your starting position in that pre-final. But yeah, it was overall good. It was chaotic in the beginning, but once you got through the field, in all fairness, it seemed like your pace was better than Zach at some point. But yeah, doing the important thing, and that's not bumping your mate off the track and just keeping it clean. So congratulations. See you back tomorrow for the finals. I think you'll have a fairly decent starting position in that pre-final.
Thank you.
Right, again, Zach Turner, the guy that says more than Alphonse Kiwi. Welcome back into the booth. That seemed, again, fairly straightforward for you. Nothing with your mate on track there, Ben Lee. You guys just kind of did a couple parade laps at the end.
Yeah, we worked together really well. Pushed away, and then that was about it, to be fair.
Yeah, so, well, congratulations. I think, you didn't win all your heats, did you? You did tonight. You did. What did you do last night? I can't remember.
I came P2.
Yeah. So well then, fairly...
I should be signed P2 for the pre.
Yeah, you should be fairly good or fairly set for tomorrow's pre-final. Well, congratulations on that. It's at the moment it seems like it might be between you and Alphonse, but we know your mate behind you, Ben Lee, also had quite a lot of pace in this race. So you're very excited for tomorrow. Hopefully you come back tomorrow and have a good night.
Yep, hopefully. Hopefully I come away with a win.
Well, yeah, congratulations on the good heats, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.
Alright, cheers.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that brings our night to a close. Thank you so much for tuning in. 4 epic races, a lot of side pod rubbing on the track. Hopefully not too many penalties that will decide the grids. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. It was absolutely epic. Tomorrow, we've got our junior finals happening. That is all the drivers that age 12 and below in the mini rock karts. And then after that, same time we started tonight, we'll get straight into our last chance qualifier for the last 6 slots. And then we'll get into the pre-final and the final directly after that. And we will crown 2 OKL World Champs tomorrow, a junior and a senior World Champs. At the moment, it is Advantage Alphonse Kiwi, the 2023 World Champ. He's leading the charge, P1 in qualifying, P1 in all the heats, and he will most likely start at pre-final in P1. Zach Turner has got a lot to say about that, though. He's probably going to be on charge as well tomorrow. That will be our front row, most likely. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited. Please, as soon as we post the links for tomorrow, share it with all your mates. Let's get this world final packed with viewers and make this the best one yet. Big shout out to Move Racing Simulators coming on board as a sponsor, Sema Racing, AK Designs, and AAO Esports. Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.